Dear beloved, we often tend to focus too much on the results before embarking on any endeavor. For example, when preparing for an exam, we might fixate solely on getting a good score, or when starting a business, we might concentrate only on earning a lot of money. While results are undeniably important, it's crucial to realize that motivation is even more significant, as it's the starting point of all things. It's vital to reflect on why we intend to do something and what the core of that intention is. If our motivation is impure, no matter how good the outcome, it will inevitably lead to distorted desires and wrong directions. In 2 Samuel 24 verse 1, King David ordered a census of all Israel. On the surface, a census might seem like a legitimate act to manage a nation well. However, David's census went beyond merely counting the people. It stemmed from the pride in his heart and a desire to display his own strength rather than to rely on God. His motivation was pride and self-exaltation. God was not pleased with this, and ultimately, this choice brought great suffering upon Israel. We live in a world obsessed with numbers. SNS followers, bank balances, grades, job titles. We try to prove our worth through these things. But if the motivation for pursuing these things is, I want to show I'm better, or I want to get ahead of others, we will ultimately become exhausted and feel empty. Like David, a wrong motivation will lead us down the wrong path. However, Jesus Christ lived a life diametrically opposed to this. What was Jesus' motivation for coming to this earth? Although Jesus was the Son of God, he came to this earth to fulfill God's will and to love us. Jesus humbled himself and completely obeyed, even to the point of death on the cross. Jesus' perfect obedience atoned for our distorted desires and pride. We are no longer prisoners of our own strength and desires. In Christ, we are freed from the burden of sin, and through his obedience, we are made right before God. Now, instead of living by our own strength, we are empowered to live a life of obedience to God's will in Christ. Our lives are no longer about exalting ourselves, but can become a channel to reveal the glory of Christ. Friends, why not start a life where you focus on motivation rather than results? When we offer the center of our hearts to God and begin all things with motivations that please him, our lives will truly become abundant.